Now, the one thing I am noticing is that this bike turns a lot of heads. I've already been asked a couple times about the bike, like, what is it? Just questions about it. It definitely stands out. It must be the color. What's going on, guys? Today we are taking a look at the G100 e-bike from Happyrun. This is a 48 volt e-bike with a 2000 watt peak rear wheel motor, has 2 batteries for long range use, full front and rear suspension, and they claim that it goes 38 miles an hour. At the time of this video, it's priced at $14.99, but you can get it for $100 off by using the code and the link in the description. But before you go out and buy it, let's take a closer look at this thing and see if it's as good as it looks on paper. Now, I'm not gonna lie, pedaling a bike like this feels pretty awkward. Like, it feels like you're not supposed to be pedaling this thing. It feels like a motorcycle, but as far as using the throttle, like, it feels very natural to just hit the throttle and go. Right, so we're gonna try to do a speed run here in a second, but the first thing I wanna mention is that with most of these bikes, they usually advertise like a certain set speed or a top speed, but then when you go and get the bike and you gotta figure out a way to unlock it, usually doesn't show it up in the manual. You end up having to try to call the company or try to figure out on YouTube. Well, what I like about this bike is that this thing from factory comes completely unlocked. You don't have to search around how to unlock it. This thing is gonna be unlocked right out of the box. Let's try a speed run, but I'm gonna switch over to the brand new battery because the other one's already a little bit low, so I wanna get like a true top speed. Switch over to the other battery, hold down the button to turn it on, tap it, and there we go. We got a brand new battery, fully charged there. And let's get this to pedal assist 5, and let's see what we can get on a top speed run. All right, here we go. We're on pedal assist 5. It is bright sun right now, so I probably won't be able to see the screen, but I will capture it on my phone's GPS and see how fast we can get. All right, so here we go. Pedal assist 5, throttle only. Let's go. All right, that's picking up speed fast. Nice. I don't know how fast we're going, but that is definitely going fast. That is really cooking. Man, this thing's going, this has to be going over 30. Holy, all right. All right, let me check the GPS and see how fast we're actually going here. Holy crap, we're going 33 miles an hour. That's pretty damn fast. All right, it wasn't quite 38, but 33, that is really fast for an e-bike. How about we try a brake test here? These brakes are hydraulic brakes, 160 millimeter rotors. I kind of wish they were a little bit bigger, the rotors, but we'll see how well it does as far as braking here. I'm going about 23 miles an hour, and let's see what we can do here. All right, that did a really good job of stopping. You probably heard it. It stopped immediately. I mean, obviously it skid a little bit, but those hydraulic brakes, they grabbed on like immediately. Let's try that again here. We got 22 miles an hour, and oh yeah, the brakes definitely have some nice stopping power. Now, before we continue with this ride, let me give you a quick rundown of this bike. I mentioned that it was 48 volts and it's going to have 2 batteries. The top battery is going to feature a 20 amp hour battery that's going to weigh 12 pounds, and the bottom is going to be an 18 amp hour battery, and that's going to weigh about 9.8 pounds. This is going to have full front and rear suspension. The front suspension is adjustable. You can adjust the compression as well as the preload. And for the rear, you are going to have a set of 2 shocks. Now, the tires on this thing are going to be 20 by 4 inches thick. These are going to be more like all-terrain tires, which should be pretty good for on and off-road. It also has a 7-speed Shimano gears in case you need to pedal this bike, but but honestly, most of us are going to be using throttle only. Especially with the bike weighing 114 pounds, you're probably not going to want to pedal this thing too much. And you shouldn't have to, because the dual batteries will give you a range of 85 plus miles. Now, as far as power, this is going to feature a 2000 peak rear motor, 1000 nominal, and they claim it can go speeds up to 38 miles an hour. Now, to stop all that power and speed, you do get hydraulic brakes, and those are going to be on 160 millimeter rotors. Now, the really cool thing about this bike is that it has an NFC startup. They provide you with 2 key cards to start this thing up. In order to do that, you hold down the button for a few seconds. Once you see the screen light up, you just tap the key card on the screen and it turns the bike on. That's pretty cool because many bikes don't feature that. All right, so this is what I wanted to show you. The screen here, once it's lit up, it has everything on there. Not only does it have your speed, your pedal assist, your battery level, but check this out. If you hit the turn signal, it actually shows up on the screen, it beeps. And that's something very unique. I don't think I've ever seen that on a bike before. Now, as far as pedaling this bike, it's not too bad. It feels a little bit weird for me. Like, it makes me want to just throttle this thing, but you can use the pedal assist. It does work well. I'm not using the throttle at this moment, and pedal assist is pretty smooth, not bad at all. Now, one thing that this bike completely surprised me on is that it actually has cruise control. Most budget bikes don't have cruise control, but this one, you can activate the cruise control, which is very surprising and a very nice feature to have. The way you activate that, if you're on throttle only, you just hold down the throttle for a little bit. I think it might be maybe 5-6 seconds, and then you'll see that little indicator turn on. Once it turns on, then you can let go of the throttle, and that's it. It's on cruise control. That is a really good feature, like if you're going long distances. That way you can let go of the throttle, hit the cruise control, and just cruise for as long as you want to cruise there. And the way to deactivate that, like once it's on, you want to deactivate it, just hit the brakes and it automatically turns off like immediately. That is an awesome feature to have, especially on a budget bike. Right, so let's put this to pedal assist 0. Let's take off the pedal assist and see how easy you can pedal this if you were to run out of battery. So you got the Shimano gears here, there's 7 gears. All right, that was a little bit of an incline. It's definitely not the easiest, but you can definitely pedal this back if you needed to. Like on a straightaway, it's not too bad. It's not going to be as easy as a regular bike because a regular bike is just going to be so much lighter. But you can pedal this thing back home if you needed to. All right, let's switch this back to the motor because it's definitely a little bit tiring. All right, there we go. As soon as you hit one, like you could feel the assist right there. Oh yeah, so much nicer. This is definitely a bike that you probably don't want to pedal too much. All right, we got an incline here. All right, bit of an incline, made it super easy. I'm on pedal assist 4. Yeah, did it really good. As I was saying, this is not a bike that you want to pedal. It's nice that it's there. I'm glad it has the pedals. You guys already know, if a cop passes by, you can pretend to pedal and then you're all good. You know, usually they see a bike with pedals and they kind of leave you alone. So it's kind of a nice way of just keeping people off your back, keeping the cops and the Karens off your back. All right, so let me take this thing off-road and see how it handles. All right, let's check out the power on this thing and see if we can make it up some hills. I'm gonna see if I can make it up that hill right there. Pedal assist 5, throttle only, let's go. Oh yeah, and it did it. Pretty easy, not a problem. Let's, I think there's a bigger hill over here. Let's see if we can make it up a bigger one. All right, this one's really soft sand, so I doubt it's gonna make it. Whoa. Yeah, the sand here is really soft. I'm gonna actually get a little bit more speed on this one, but we'll see if we can make it up. And no, it made it up halfway, but to be fair, The sand is really soft there. You could probably make it up there maybe with an electric dirt bike. But yeah, the sand is really soft. There's another hill right here. Let's see if we can go up this one. Pedal assist 5. Ooh, and that made it super easy. That one was higher than the first one. It made it there. Yeah, not bad. There we go. Awesome. Oh yeah, this thing can definitely get up some hills. Let's try that one right there. Oh, nice. Very nice. All right, so what do I think about this bike? Well, it's definitely a fun bike. It handles on and off road really good, especially with the full front and rear suspension. It does a really good job of going over the bumps. It has good torque and it's super fast. 38 miles on the e-bike is no joke. I ended up getting 32, but I weigh 235 pounds. But if you weigh less than me, you can probably get closer to that 38 mark. But honestly, any e-bike that goes over 30 miles is ridiculously fast. Now, this thing definitely looks cool. It catches a lot of people's eyes. And I really like that you have a dual battery here. So if you run out of battery on one, you can switch over to the other battery, and that's gonna take you a lot further. This has a long range of 85 miles, and that's gonna be with the 2 batteries. And the way these batteries work, you can only use one at a time. So there's a switch on the bottom, down here under the seat. You switch over whatever battery you wanna use. And that kind of makes it cool, because if you know that you're gonna go like a short range, you take one of these batteries off to dump a little bit of weight off of it. And that might even help you pick up a little bit more speed on it. And that makes it cool, because I feel like there is absolutely no way that you can run out of battery on this thing. If you have it on one and then you run out of juice, then you know, hey, it's time to head back, switch over to the other battery, and make sure you get home. I also like that this thing is pretty much street legal ready. It has the turn signals. The turn signals are super bright. Has a headlight, that's pretty bright too. Has your tail lights, and overall this thing looks freaking cool. But what don't I like about this bike? Well, there's not too many things that I don't like about this bike, but I do have to mention the display. Even though this is one of the best displays that I've seen out there, if you're riding this in the middle of the day, like bright sun, it's gonna be difficult to see. In the early morning or when it's shaded, it shouldn't be a problem, but in the bright sun, you might wanna use your phone if you wanna be able to track your speed. The other thing that wasn't my favorite is the button for the assist level. There's not an up and down button, so you can't go up and down on the assist level, so you kinda have to just cycle through them. Like if you're on 2 and wanna get back down to 1, you can't just hit the down button. To go down 1, you'll just have to cycle through. Not a big deal, but I prefer that it had the up and down option. Other than that, I mean, there's really not much to not like about this bike. It's a really fun bike and it looks cool as hell. All right, guys, that was it for today. But if you are interested in this bike, check out the link below. There is a discount code that will get you $100 off of this bike right now. All right, guys, leave your comments down below. Let me know what you think about this e-bike. Enjoy the rest of your day, and we'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.